This is a little video I put together because I found a fix for these Rainbird 1800 sprinklers that I was experiencing cracks in the cap. And I came up with a 20-cent fix for this. And I was explaining to a friend of mine how to do it. And he said, you know what? You really need to make a video, put it out on YouTube because it would help a lot of people. And so that's what I'm attempting to do. My first ever YouTube video. But here you go. Here's a Rainbird 1800 sprinkler. There are literally hundreds of videos on YouTube telling you how to take it out of the ground. So you don't need me to tell you that. But once you get it out of the ground, this is obviously what it looks like. It's There's nothing special here. This is just a Rainbird 1800 sprinkler. So the first step you need to uh, to do is to remove the cap. Just unscrew the cap. So I'll show you how to do that. This is where the hairline crack usually appears, right underneath that ridge, and it's due to the fact that when the pop-up goes up, it strikes the underside of the cap, and after enough repeated attempts, um, it it will crack. It will spring a hairline crack there, and obviously you could just replace the cap, but um, I decided that there must be a better way to do this. So after replacing endless caps, I decided to find if I could find the root cause and fix that. And then when I replaced the cap, it would be the last one. So step one, unscrew the cap. You pull the body out and you can see how it's constructed. Step two is you compress the spring using the cap, right? Hold it in place and then unscrew the nozzle. Once you've got the nozzle out, you can take out the little filter and then gently release the cap and the spring together and pull it off the shaft. There's the interior shaft. Now I want you to pay attention to this shoulder um, that's center of the frame here. That shoulder is important because that's the piece that strikes the underneath of the cap. So then you go to Ace Hardware and you get a 20-cent O-ring. Sorry for the focus. Um, there it is. It's important that you get the right dimension. It needs to be 1 inch outside diameter or it simply won't work. You can't have it go too far down and over that shoulder, and you can't have it too tight because it'll restrict the sprinkler pop-up mechanism. So once you get that, you just put it over the top here and slide it down till it gets to that shoulder and it's in place. It won't go further if you've got the right size of O-ring, and you can see that, right? And it's also not restricting the movement of the cap. So um, that's actually the entire installation process. At this juncture, we just need to put the thing back together. So put the spring on. Don't worry about the spring getting caught up on the O-ring for now. It'll drop into place the first time the thing pops up. Put the filter back in, screw the nozzle back on, gently release it, and that's the job done. You can see the O-ring in place now. The spring isn't fully seated down to the bottom yet, but don't worry about that. First time the thing pops up, it'll settle itself. So then you reinsert this back into the body, tighten it down, and it's ready to go back in. You can feel the pop-up goes up, and now instead of it hitting the underside of this cap, right, it's being cushioned by the O-ring, and you won't get that hairline crack anymore, and the sprinkler cap will last for years. I started doing this a few years ago, and I haven't had one break since I started putting the O-rings in. So just to help out, here's what I ordered from Rainbird, which is the caps, replacement caps, because when one breaks, even then you're going to have to replace them, but put the O-ring in first. And then here's a bag of 20-cent O-rings I got from Ace Hardware, 1-inch exterior diameter, and again, here's a cap, and I want to show you a 360 of the cap, and then where it actually breaks. You'll recognize it when you get one that breaks. There's a hairline crack appears just underneath that ridge, and then water just sprays out from there instead of going up through the nozzle as the normal operation would be. So I hope this video is of some value to you, and it can save you a lot of time and effort, and also um, some expense. I thought I'd put some still shots because my video was probably horrible, but here's the shoulder. Here's the shoulder different view. Here's a better shot of the O-ring. And here's the O-ring going over the pop-up shaft. Here's the O-ring against the shoulder. Here's the O-ring after the spring is put back in. There's the reassembly, the filter going in. There's the cap being reinserted, compressing the spring. There's the nozzle going back on. And then here's the thing released. Back up to that. There's another shot of the O-ring in place. And here's the reassembly. Somebody mentioned to me that I could have just installed the pressure reducing valve, and that would have solved the problem, but at $700 and getting a plumber to do it wasn't an option for me.